In India, DNA means it is a forensic DNA. Our youngsters go to gym, and the trainers are, I don't want to blame, they are not trained nutritionists. So they refer these people who go to the gym to have caffeine shots. And
So जब भी ये टेस्ट करते हैं कोई इंसान, जैसे कि आपने सजेस्ट किया कि people should do as early as possible, even in 5 years can be done.
yes,
So अगर 5 years में कोई बच्चा अगर ये टेस्ट करता है या करवाते हैं उनके पेरेंट्स, so how long this test will be relevant for that individual?
your DNA will never change.
Yes, true.
Even if you have all the money and if you do 100 times, the same report will come.
Okay, so it is one for
जन्म
lifetime.
से जाने तक एक ही बार करना है.
Okay,
और वही रेफरेंस पॉइंट है, आप वो फॉलो करना है.
Hi, this is Indranil and welcome to the Spotlight Beyond Profession. Today in our podcast, we'll try to unfold the importance of DNA test. Because जब भी हम DNA टेस्ट या जीनोमिक टेस्ट के बारे में सुनते हैं, हमें ऐसा लगता है कि there has some incidents happened and that is the reason the importance of DNA test comes. To understand and to unfold the matter of the fact. But क्या DNA टेस्ट कोई इंसिडेंस होने के बाद ही ज़रूरी है? या DNA टेस्ट के थ्रू हम अपने लाइफ को और बेहतर बना सकते हैं इफ़ वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड द रिपोर्ट ऑफ द DNA टेस्ट और द जेनोमिक टेस्ट prior hand or beforehand. So to understand this entire equation and to understand the entire process, we will be having our guest today as Rajlaxmi Vishwanathan. She is the founder of Star Genomics. In Star Genomics, what kind of DNA test and the genomic test she is doing and for how long she is doing and how these kind of tests can be beneficial to every single individual living in this society. So we will try to understand majorly into this field. So before entering into the podcast, I would like to request you to please subscribe our channel, The Spotlight Beyond Profession, to get all the information and updates from our end. And you can also subscribe our other channels as tsbp News, where you cover business news Monday to Friday. So please watch the podcast in the end and please subscribe this channel. So first of all, thank you very much for coming to us and thank you very much for joining our show, The Spotlight Beyond Profession. We call this series as The Spotlight Beyond Profession, means you are under the spotlight, obviously. And Beyond Profession we call it because in this entire podcast, we'll try to unfold and we'll try to understand more about your journey, that how you started and what are the challenges you faced and how you are creating a difference in people's mind. So again, thank you very much for giving us your precious time. I know you are quite a busy person, but giving us this time is thanks for all of that. So before I deep dive into this podcast, first of all, I just want to understand that जब भी हम DNA, जीन ये सारे टेस्ट के बारे में सुनते हैं या बात करते हैं, तो सबसे पहले दिमाग में आता है कि जब कुछ हो जाता है, if something has happened, to get the fact कि कैसे हुआ और क्यों हुआ, ये जानने के लिए हम DNA और जीनोम टेस्ट के लिए जाते हैं. But what is your field is completely the opposite. Because जब हम पढ़ते हैं तब हम ये पढ़ते हैं कि prevention is better than cure. But 80% of the people they don't understand how to prevent things. कुछ हो जाने के बाद तब हमारी नींद खुलती है.
Yes.
So you are doing into the preventive therapy and preventive DNA and genome test. So can you please tell us about कि आप कैसे ये करते हैं और कहाँ से ये शुरू हुआ?
Thank you, Indranil ji, for having me here. I'm really privileged, and I just this is a forum where I can reach out to more millions and even billions of Indians across India and other people also. I am again thankful to you. My name is Rajlaxmi Vishwanathan. Basically born and brought up in Chennai, and I've lived in 8 different cities. So last 18 years I am in Mumbai. Just that I came to Mumbai, I came into the family way. I had my second son. So to manage 2 different kids in 2 different generations, I had 11 years of difference between them. So I thought I should, being a South Indian, I thought if I could have chapatis in the evenings, that will be more convenient for my preparation, and it's easy to prepare. So that's how I started to consume chapatis every evenings. But I didn't know that is one man's food might become another man's poison. I didn't know that chapatis, which is primarily gluten, I didn't know it will create a major health issue for me. Down the line, when I was having chapatis, by 4 years' time, I started to develop full body skin issues.
Okay.
I used to get severe itching, pus formation, and then I go to doctor. They give medicines. Once I stop those medicines, it will flare up again. It was so depressing. 4 years, and I've been to 4 different doctors in Western Mumbai, and then I thought there should be something a permanent remedy for this. That's how I am a qualified masters in nutrition and dietetics. My one of my Indian Dietetic Association friend, she suggested, Raji, why don't you go for a DNA test? It's a preventive healthcare, and you will know the root cause.
It is in which year we are talking about? कौन से साल की
This,
बात कर रहे हैं?
this was somewhere around 10 years before now, 2000, somewhere around 2015-14
Okay.
time. My son was born 2008.
Okay.
So I had this lot of health issues, especially skin problem. And skin is the largest organ of the body, and the first visibly people see your skin, and that's how it hits you. Plus, like keep scratching, and I'm a sports person. I couldn't go to the gym and all. So then I thought, let me give it a try. So I went to doctors, taking medicines, applying ointments. Why don't I try this? Let me know my root cause. Then that's how I started. I went, and that time it was a very rudimentary report I got. Plus, it was quite expensive. More than 39,000 I had to spend for my report. I told my husband, since I am getting this done, I think a full family should get. I have my husband and my 2 sons. So it was that 10-11 years before, it was very costly amount. But still I persisted, they have to get it done. And then I came to know I'm having severe gluten intolerance.
Okay.
So then I correlated the taking chapatis 4-5 years together, and that has culminated into this skin issues, and that is what. Then I thought, let me remove the gluten from my diet. It's been I removed it for 25-30 days. Like a magic, my skin issues slowly they were getting cleared, and my skin problem was slowly going, like I was feeling comfortable, and after a month and 1.5 months, my full skin issues went off. So then I decided, if I can get cured, I can get a permanent solution, why can't others? So giving the same diet to everybody will never work, because your DNA and my DNA is different.
Yes,
And
yes.
what is food for me could be a poison for you.
Yes.
So there is a saying called, one man's food is another man's poison. So then I thought, I'm having a good line of set of clients, and a lot of my profession is very well set. Even my immediate family members said, you get at least 10 to 15 clients a day in the morning and evening put together. Why you want to change your? I told, more than my profession, I want people across India to get a good solution for their long-standing health issues. So initially, I kept on trying and persisting with this. And whenever I say I'm into DNA testing, I did my diploma, basic diploma and advanced diploma in nutrigenomics. Then I kept on exploring new things, new articles and all those things. And then people used to ask, DNA, they will used to run away from me, because in India DNA means it is a forensic DNA, who has killed, who has murdered,
Yes, that I told you that.
who has raped and all those things, and who is the father of a paternity test, like that. They will say, we don't want to do this, why should we do it? And then I kept on educating, and went to people, met them one-to-one, and I went for many seminars, and I gave a PPT presentation. So people slowly got into this, and now many people are approaching me on their own. That is what, all the more after Corona. Because until Corona, people health consciousness was not that much. After Corona, we had many health issues, and people were confined to their house, and that's how people wanted a new preventive healthcare. They gave more preference for preventive healthcare.
So in this DNA और genome test जो आपके यहाँ पे होते हैं या जो भी करते हैं,
Yes.
so what do you suggest that what is the right age that everyone should go for it?
I think we do it for the newborns. My oldest client was a 75-year-old lady, and earlier the better. If you do it in advance, when you are around 5 years old or even before that, you will know your body better. You will get your body blueprint, because with the 10 years of DNA samples we take from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. I have the data with me. I'm going to publish it shortly. Out of 100 Indians, 85% Indians are having lactose intolerance.
That's a big number.
Yes. And around 70% Indians are having gluten intolerance. So gluten, basically it is found in wheat and barley. It is a staple food for the North Indians and the West Indians.
Majorly, 90%.
Yes, but in that also the Rajasthanis, the Punjabis, the Gujaratis and the Himachal and Kashmiris, all these people, the study I have done, 70% of them are having gluten intolerance. So that is one thing. And if we see 60 to 65% of Indians are having caffeine intolerance. It includes coffee, tea, cola. So caffeine is, people wake up with a cup of coffee or tea.
Yes. That's a ritual.
Yeah, down south when our map narrows down, we have coffee.
Yes.
And when we go north side and west side and east side, they have tea more.
Yes.
That is what. So caffeine, and especially I want to highlight this point. Our youngsters go to gym. And the trainers are, I don't want to blame, they are not trained nutritionists. So they refer these people who go to the gym to have caffeine shots. So some people who can afford, they get the pre-workout drink caffeine. But some people, the trainers ask them to take Nescafe sachets. So they take 2-3 Nescafe sachet to get good metabolism boost. But then what happens after gymming, many get cardiac arrest.
That is, in recent time, there are multiple cases where people got cardiac arrest in gymming.
Yeah. Even when they run on marathons, race, they don't know. So
majorly it is because of that some kind of intolerance that you have and you have consumed that.
Yes. Caffeine intolerance per se, people are they are slow metabolizers. So for them, caffeine will never suit. Maybe one cup of coffee is fine, but if they take, one sachet or 2 to 3 sachets only, it triggers the cardiac arrest.
So I mean to say, जब भी आपके यहाँ पे कोई हम genome या DNA test हम करते हैं, so वहाँ पे we can understand that what are the tolerance and intolerance things we have, so that we can plan our diet accordingly.
Yes.
That is the one thing. What are the other things that people get benefited out of these tastes?
See, what we eat is what we are.
Yes.
ठीक है. तो 7 दिन में कम से कम 5 दिन हम लोग का ये DNA टेस्ट या जीनोम सीक्वेंसिंग करते हैं ना, 7 दिन में 5 दिन फॉलो करेंगे तो भी हम लोग हेल्दियर साइड में है.
ओके.
हाँ, क्योंकि क्या होता है, हमारा बॉडी में जो भी विटामिन्स है ये बॉडी के अंदर नहीं बनता है. विटामिन्स हम लोग बाहर से फ्रूट्स, वेजिटेबल्स, फिर सप्लीमेंट्स भी लेते हैं हम लोग, तो उस मात्रे से आता है. But we don't know whether we are deficient of the vitamins, which are antioxidants, like vitamin A, D, E, K, B1, B12, B9, B6, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, iron. So many. These are micronutrients. This is very essential for you to be young, your hair, your skin, your bones. It's all dependent on the micronutrients. And unlike proteins, we have the non-essential amino acids 22, which is produced in the body. So when you don't take proteins also, sometimes it is compensated by the body. But vitamins, except vitamin D and biotin, the other vitamins you should take it in good quantity by way of fruits and so. But you might not know, you will take the recommended dietary elements. But when you are deficient in DNA, you should go beyond the RDA, which is recommended by the World Health Organization, National Institute of Nutrition. So you should take it up to the tolerable upper limit. So then only your body's stipulated quantity of nutrients will be, micronutrients will be absorbed. And
सो जब ये टेस्ट करते हैं कोई भी इंसान, जैसे कि आपने सजेस्ट किया कि पीपल शुड डू एज अर्ली एज पॉसिबल, इवन इन 5 years कैन बी डन.
yes,
सो अगर 5 years में कोई बच्चा अगर ये टेस्ट करता है या करवाते हैं उनके पेरेंट्स, सो हाउ लॉन्ग इट विल दिस टेस्ट विल बी रेलेवेंट फॉर दैट इंडिविजुअल?
see, your DNA will never change.
यस, ट्रू.
Even if you have all the money and if you do 100 times, the same report will come.
ओके, सो इट इज वन फॉर
जन्म से
लाइफ
जाने तक एक ही बार करना है.
Okay,
और
that's
वही
great.
रेफरेंस पॉइंट है, आप वो फॉलो करना है. और हर एक साल या 2 साल में या 6 महीने में आप एक मास्टर चेकअप करने का है. और वेयर डू यू स्टैंड नाउ, एंड यू कैन को रिलेट विथ योर प्रेजेंट रिपोर्ट विथ द DNA रिपोर्ट, एंड दैट्स हाउ यू हैव टू continue doing this year on year your medical checkup, but this is be a reference point for lifetime.
Okay.
DNA test.
ये जो टेस्ट रिपोर्ट्स हैं, इससे कुछ मेडिसिनल जो इंटॉलरेंस होते हैं या जो रेजिस्टेंस होते हैं मेडिसिन का, उसके बारे में भी कुछ पता चलता है क्या?
That is called pharmacogenomics. So the metformin or the other medicines
Yes.
which will not suit you, you will never know with
Yes,
if
the
you
what
don't-
antibiotic I am taking, but maybe it is resistant I am already.
Yes.
So what kind of antibiotic should the doctor will suggest? That is also try and error then. If that doctor is not having that, what kind of tolerance or intolerance I have and what kind of resistance I have in my body.
More than going into the antibiotics, if you see, India is the diabetic capital of
Yes,
world.
yes, true.
And we should know which diabetes medicine will suit us. Metformin doesn't suits everybody. So how you will know? आपको कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा? ये तो एक ये DNA टेस्ट में एक pharmacogenomics करके है, वो अलग.
This is separate.
Separate, yeah.
Okay.
So that is separate. So we are basically into preventive healthcare. So first I covered the nutrition part. We even see the macronutrients like how protein is metabolized, then carbohydrates, fibers, fats, that is MUFA, PUFA, saturated, which oil is suitable, which is not suitable. So everything comes in black and white. So it's a very
So now here I will stop you for a moment.
yeah.
अभी जब भी हम डाइट की बात करते हैं इंडिया में, सो ऐसा देखा जाता है, ऐसा पाया जाता है कि मैक्सिमम 90 to 95% ऑफ द पीपल दे आर lacking in protein content in their body, what they are required and how much they are consuming, both vegetarian and non vegetarian. जब नॉन वेजिटेरियन कोई होते हैं वहाँ पे तो फिर भी चांसेस हायर है कि आप प्रोटीन इंटेक जो आपका है और जो आपका रिक्वायरमेंट है वो आप फुलफिल कर सकते हैं, लेकिन वेजिटेरियन के लिए बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है.
Correct.
सो हाउ यू सजेस्ट एंड हाउ यू गाइड देम to maintain that in the kind of nutrients taking in the right direction and in the right quantity for the body which is required?
See, first of all, we see the DNA report. If the protein is very poor in their DNA report, still we should take protein. The thumb rule is 1 gram of protein for 1 kg of body weight.
Okay.
So all the more the vegetarians, vegetarians can get it through the eggs, but the 100% vegans or the other community people who don't take non-veg or they are pure vegetarians, it's quite challenging only. But still we can take soya protein, and we can take mushrooms, and we can take the sprout dal. Dal is the
major
source of protein, and we can sprout it where the protein content also enhances, plus vitamin C in the process of sprouting happens. It becomes a superfood. So we should and people who are into sports or anything, there we recommend them to go for a plant protein supplement, and people who are tolerant for lactose, and we tell them to take whey protein for the sports people. Otherwise we mostly give a proper balanced diet according to their report. This is called precision nutrition, so it can't be more precise. So based on your DNA report, we will see your diet pattern, like whether you are a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian or a sports person. So based on that we customize and we take the diet recall, and the DNA report surely helps. And there are a lot of protein sources, like we have this one mostly. We have this people who are tolerant to lactose, we give them paneer, and plus all this as I said, mushrooms, plus soya is the biggest source of protein.
So
And
जैसे कि ये डीएनए या जीनोम टेस्ट में अगर कोई लैक्टोज इंटॉलरेंस होते हैं
yes,
और वो वेजिटेरियन है
हाँ,
और आज की तारीख में देयर आर लॉट ऑफ ट्रेंड टू बी वीगन एज वेल, सो डू यू एज ए पर्सन being a professional into this field, we suggest that being vegan is proper and you should go for it? Do you suggest?
see, it is not like suggesting, it is a personal choice. People make this personal choice. So first thing first, if you are a vegan and if you are a lactose intolerant, so the main challenge will be the vitamin B12. So you are a vegan, you can't take milk, you can't take eggs, right? And on top of it, you are a lactose intolerant, and that's what, milk will not be also be taken because we are vegan. So on in that basis, we suggest some very good supplements, so that B12 has to be the requirement of B12 has to be meted out. So we suggest some good plant-based supplements, like based on soya and brown rice, where we
But in normally also, if anyone, it is my personal opinion and personal experience, I don't know I am right or wrong, you can correct me in that way, but normal a non-vegetarian person के लिए भी अपना जो B12 पर requirements हैं उसको match करना is difficult in many of the times when they are consuming almost everything. At that point of time, if I compare them with the vegan person, then how much you find it difficult to match these B12 requirements normally in a natural diet? Otherwise, injectables and other things will be
see, for
the things.
non-vegetarians, it's easier for them to meet out,
Yes,
because B12 is very, very important.
yes, that is what I am saying.
It is you get it in the milk, you get it in
Yes.
the what do you call eggs,
Eggs and
and
dates
in
as
the
well.
fermented food also. And for the vegans, it's difficult. That's why we see B12 is the only supplement.
Then what are the options for the
I
vegan?
just wanted to tell you this point. B12 is the only vitamin you can take unlimited supplements. The liver can store it for 2.5 years.
Okay.
So people who are vegan, I think the best supplement, there is a methylcobalamin and cyanocobalamin. So people with methylcobalamin supplement is better, because cyanocobalamin has cyanide. So we always recommend to them to see the constituencies in the supplement and go for a methylcobalamin based supplement. And there is no side effects for vegans. There is no other option, because they cannot take milk, or they cannot take eggs. So supplements is the only source for them to meet out the B12. So that B12, B9, B6 is very, very important, because these three B vitamins, one, they convert the carbohydrates into energy. Another one important thing is that there is one unwanted protein. Everybody in India should know there is one unwanted protein called homocysteine. If you have an elevated levels of homocysteine, then you are having some cardiovascular issues. Maybe you might get it in future, or you are already slowly getting into that. So to control the homocysteine unwanted protein, you should have a good amount of B6, B9, B12, that is pyridoxine, methylcobalamin, and folic acid and methylcobalamin. So this DNA report will surely help whether you are having a deficiency in the DNA level. Even otherwise also, when you go for any cardiovascular issues, doctor first ask you to check homocysteine levels, which is not a good protein to have in elevated levels in our body. That's what.
So now my second part of the question is, this I understood that everybody should have a genome and DNA test at the age of 5 or at the earliest, so that they can plan their diet, they can plan that what their intolerance are. Now my second part of question is that in today's time, stress level is rising day by day, and there is a trend in India nowadays of late marriage or baby at the late stage of their age. Previously it was around 20 to 25 that women were getting pregnant and they were having their baby, and now it is 25 to 40. Even sometime it crosses 40 as well.
Yes.
When females and ladies are getting pregnant and they are having their babies. So when there is a late marriage or a late pregnancy, lot of complications in childbirth are happening, and after the childbirth as well, in the child as well, we are seeing lot of neurological issues. So how you suggest these genome or DNA test in terms of premarital, or in terms of the childbirth, or when they are conceiving the baby at that point of time? How do you suggest
It's
your field of
really an
expertise?
excellent question, Mr. Indranil, I should say, because nowadays we have rather there is a hormonal panel we give in our DNA testing, wherein which we know whether a girl is prone for premature ovarian failure, because girls are getting married very late. They want to become very proficient in their profession.
Yes.
And then they go for babies.
Yes.
So profession cannot wait also, and baby is also very important. So what we generally suggest is either you get this done when you are 15 to 20, you get this test done for girls to know their hormonal level in DNA. And we also suggest, if you are having the premature ovarian failure risk in your DNA, either you get your child earlier, a baby earlier, or you store the eggs. You can store the eggs, and then whenever you want, you can have your baby. That is what the suggestions we can give. And that is what many people, there is a famous couple, I don't want to take their name. So they got married 10 years before, and they wanted to be proficient. He is a very famous film star from Hyderabad, and his wife is also into a big medical hospital family. So they got married 10 years before, and last year they had their first baby after 10 years. So she had stored her egg. So these are the advancement in the medical science, where people nowadays they are all profession and profession oriented. So this can be done. And of course there are other ways in which this DNA helps you. You will know about your PCOS issue, your leiomyoma, endometriosis, and hypothyroid. And during the menopause, you have osteoporosis during menopause. So lot of things have come day by day. Our test also is getting advanced, and we have lot many options to stay healthy and know your body better. So that's what.
And what do you suggest when there is a childbirth, but compromised childbirth? Then what kind of services you can provide to those parents?
If I'm not wrong, you mean to say if the child has some autism,
Yes.
or other
neurological issues.
So see, once the child is born, we can't do anything.
Yes.
So there are.
Is there any provision that if you during the pregnancy you can stop it, or you can suggest them that you should continue with it, or you should discontinue the pregnancy?
Basically we do genome sequencing, where
Yes.
we see the SNPs. We have more than 30,000 genes in our body.
Yes.
So we study the genome sequencing, that we see the single nucleotide polymorphism. That is genome sequencing. Suppose you want to know whether you have any issue of autism or any other issues, genetical issues, you should go for a exome sequencing, that is diagnostic DNA test.
And what is the right time for it? First trimester, second trimester, what is the right time to do these kind of tests as well?
See, this if you go to your gynecologist, and they will suggest you, I think it should be in the first trimester only you have to do this, and get better. We can prevent it that way. Then feel sorry later, like once
Yes,
that
that's
baby
why.
is born, it's a lifetime challenge for the parents also, and for the kid also.
Yes, yes.
So when the
And it's completely changed the entire family dynamics.
Yes, science is helping us. We should, all the mothers, would-be mothers who are getting pregnant, they should go to the gynecologist and go for this diagnostic DNA test, so that the child, if you have any risk, and the doctor will suggest you the next way what to do.
Now I have 2-3 sets of questions. Number one, that when there is a normal pregnancy and at the right kind of age, then maximum families, they think that everything is fine, so go ahead with. Number one.
Okay.
Number two, when there is a late kind of a pregnancy, means after marriage, 10 years after marriage, the pregnancy is there. So it's a very complicated maybe sometimes, or maybe sometimes a lot of extra care to be taken at that point of time.
Yes.
बट जब नॉर्मल कोई चीज़ होता है हमारे यहाँ पे हिंदुस्तान में, तब हम ये जो मेडिकल टेस्ट है हम एज्यूम कर लेते हैं कि सब कुछ सही है.
बराबर हाँ.
बट ज़रूरी नहीं है कि सब कुछ नॉर्मली हो रहा है तो भी मेडिकली इंटरनली सब कुछ सही है. और जब हम ऐसे केसेस में देखते हैं कि जीनोम टेस्ट हो गया या डीएनए टेस्ट हो गया है, सबसे पहले जब भी किसी को सजेस्ट किया जाता है देयर इज ए इनहिबिशन कि क्या ज़रूरत है इसकी, डॉक्टर तो है ना, डॉक्टर तो बोल रहे हैं सब कुछ ओके है.
Correct. See, doctor is a god for everybody. What doctor says, the patient or the client or whatever they follow. And your question is very correct. People who get naturally conceived and they are immediately after their marriage, they are very young and they might think they are perfect. But sometimes, what do you call, nature gives a very different perspective. So it's not that only for the old couples they might have issues when the child is born or the baby is born. It happens for the young couples also, and who are getting the child immediately after the marriage. So everything is on God willing, 99% everything is normal, but the aged people who are getting married late and getting children, that is more challenging. But sometimes when you see a newly married and young couple also are finding sometimes they have this challenge in their childbirth. But
Now
it
my
is
second set of question is the pricing
okay.
of these kind of test, because हिंदुस्तान एक बहुत बड़ा देश है और पॉपुलेशन हमारे यहाँ पे कोई प्रॉब्लम है नहीं, पॉपुलेशन की कोई कमी नहीं है. सो मैरिजेस हमारे यहाँ पे एक बहुत बड़ा सेक्टर है जो बिजनेस को भी ड्राइव करते हैं, इकोनॉमी को भी ड्राइव करते हैं. सो दैट काइंड ऑफ इंडस्ट्री द मैरिज एंड दिस कपल गिव्स अस इन द कंट्री लाइक इंडिया. लेकिन जब हम यहाँ पे कोई जीनोम या डीएनए टेस्ट की बात करते हैं, शादी में भले ही 20 लाख रुपए खर्चा हो जाता है किसी एक पर्टिकुलर चीज़ में, या खाने में ही 10 लाख रुपए खर्चा हो जाए, लेकिन एक छोटा से टेस्ट करने के लिए हमको लगता है कि बहुत महंगा है और फिजूल की है, डॉक्टर जो बोल रहे हैं उसी में ही चले जाए. So how do you feel that these kind of tests should be mandatory rather than getting your kundali matched before marriage, or rather than even investing on something which is not that much required, but a child जब आप उनको एडमिशन के लिए बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट स्कूल चुनना चाहते हैं जहाँ पे फीस होते हैं 1.5 लाख रुपए 2 लाख रुपए साल के, वहाँ पे ये टेस्ट की ज़रूरत हमको समझ में नहीं आता है. सो हाउ डू यू एड्रेस दिस काइंड ऑफ पॉपुलेशन to get the right kind of information through these kind of tests which can maintain for their lifelong with a healthy life?
See, when I was in my 30s, I had a very challenging health issue, and it might sound for others it's a very simple, but the person who has suffered will empathize with me. So that time I didn't mind 39-40,000 to spend, but I have got a permanent solution for myself. बट ये बात ठीक है, हिंदुस्तान में तो 1.5 लाख में 1,50,000 में तो मोबाइल फ़ोन्स खरीद लेते हैं, फिर फॉरेन हॉलीडेज़ में जाते हैं, मगर हेल्थ इज़ द लास्ट रिसोर्ट फॉर एनीबडी. एंड व्हेन दे से जब कुछ हेल्थ इश्यूज आएगा तभी देखा जाएगा, लाइक दैट दे आर taking it for granted. But if you see, we are spending lakhs in the hospitals. You spend so much, but you feel the depression or the trauma when somebody in the family is not well. That is more difficult to adjust or live that phase of life rather than to spend lakhs. Paisa to we can spend, but the difficulty, the challenge, the person who is suffering and the other family members, so that can be this will surely help to remove all those challenges. That's what.
So now what I ask you directly, that what is the range of expenditure of these kind of test? मतलब ये टेस्ट अगर किसी को करना है तो ये कितना खर्चा होना पड़ता है फर्स्ट लेवल पे, and how much it goes on?
See, people generally Indians are healthy, so for a preventive health care for a person who is quite healthy but still he wants to prevent something, prevention is more than better than cure. He wants to do this as a safety, as to do this test and keep, and it's a reference value, it's a blueprint of his body. So anywhere around 25,000, 22 to 25,000 with consultation, everything is the which covers more than 100 parameters. So that is more than sufficient for a healthy man. And this is what the simple math I tell all my people who come and approach me. Sir, you live 70-80 years, just divide this 20,000 by this amount of years you are going to live, and it will hardly come not more than 0.1 paisa But when you spend so much lakhs in the hospital and suffering, you can avoid all those things. That's what I say. Yeah.
How much you feel that awareness creation is the solution for this? Because सबको मालूम है कि क्या करना चाहिए और ये कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है, बट जब तक हमारे ऊपर कुछ नहीं होता है तब तक हम समझते नहीं है उस चीज़ को. तो हाउ मच अवेयरनेस इज़ द की फॉर दिस? एंड सेकेंड, दैट इन टूडेज टाइम देर आर लॉट ऑफ मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस रिलेटेड थिंग्स. तो जो मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस पे जो चीज़ें दिया जाता है एज ए फ्रीबीज और एज ए फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, people go for that.
Yes.
So how much it is important that these kind of tests also should be considered in the medical insurance as a mandatory, so that जब भी किसी का medical test करवाया जा रहा है तो तब ये भी साथ में include किया जाए. And how you can get a solution for it so that maximum people should live healthy, because that is the mission.
Correct.
Healthy होना है, ये बोलने से तो healthy होगा नहीं.
If you see in the Western countries, European countries, these are all covered in the insurance. And down the line, we expect Indian insurance company will also, the government will also consider this test to be covered in the insurance. Many people first approach me for the test. They ask when this is covered in the insurance, health insurance. As of now, it is not covered.
It is not covered.
Yeah. That is what. So down the line, let us see. It will be done. I just want to say this is a science. And this DNA is there from 2003, preventive healthcare. So from 1990 till 2003, there was a human genome project which was conducted in the United States of America. And after 13 years, they came into conclusion that DNA test is not only for the forensic purpose, it is also for the preventive and predictive health. And where the 30,000 genes all over the world was taken in, and the genome sequencing was done. That's the conclusion. Now 2003, we are now 22 years into this genome nutrigenomics, and it is there in India also for last 10-15 years, more than that. So people are getting awareness, and people want to be more people are more health conscious, and they come forward. It's getting better than before now. Yeah.
Now my another question is that there are a lot of genetic engineering is also happening in our country. जेनेटिक इंजीनियरिंग में जैसे हम एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर की अगर हम बात करें, वहाँ पे जेनेटिक इंजीनियरिंग में ये बताया जाता है कि आपका डीएनए या जीन में कुछ चेंज करके प्रोडक्टिविटी को बेहतर किया जा सकता है. वैसे ही ह्यूमन बीइंग में ये बोला जाता है कि डीएनए या जीन में कोई प्रॉब्लम अगर है तो दैट कैन बी करेक्टेड थ्रू जेनेटिक इंजीनियरिंग.
Yes.
So how do you address that when there is a DNA test or a genetic test you have in front of you and you find that there is a problem, then how you suggest that the genetic engineering should come into the picture and there should be a correction?
It can be done before the childbirth. It is happening in China and other countries. It is not here in India. It's not there. Government has not given the approval. This is called gene modeling or gene engineering, whatever you call. So there are many famous couples of India. They go to foreign countries. The unwanted genes are removed, and the super genes are all put in. And there are I don't want to name the famous couples who have their super perfect babies or kids who are now growing, and that is what I don't want to name them. But in India, it is not it. Government has not approved. Yeah.
So how do you address this कि जब आप हिंदुस्तान में ये करना चाहते हो तो अभी अलाउड नहीं है, लेकिन वही हिंदुस्तानी कपल बाहर से ये चीज़ करवा के हिंदुस्तान में लौट रहे हैं.
Yes.
तो how do you see this?
See, it is one is affordability and personal choice, and as long the government allows them to go abroad and do this, I don't think I'm not to object or do anything. I think maybe in the future, we should leave it to nature and changing the.
No, do you think that अगर हिंदुस्तान में गवर्नमेंट इसको परमिट कर दें, so there will be a lot of these kind of things who can afford this kind of value. So they will try to create the best of the qualities in their babies.
Yes,
so
yes.
That this will be super one.
Maybe in the future, when India is now the fourth largest economy, you never know, and there will be hundreds of Adanis and Ambanis and whatever super
In early
humans.
2025 or 2000, late 2024, the United Arab Emirates, they had given this notification that before marriage you should have a DNA test. That is a mandatory. They made it because there are a lot of issues after the childbirth, and they don't want any couple to face those kind of challenges, and they also want the next generation which is coming to their country, the country should be healthy. And
Yes.
that is the reason they make it as a preventive measures, that you should come to know that if there is any challenges, if there is any problem in having a childbirth, then you should stop then and there, not to give birth to a baby who is not going to be healthy in their future. And the government is not want to take the burden of those kind of special child at their country. How do you address this, and what is your perspective? Does every country should do this, or this is something they are not doing right?
I feel so see, but this is a very proactive step from the United Arab Emirates, and the government is a very rich government, and they can afford, and then it's a country which is not very big or huge like India, where so many, we are more than 1.4 billion. UAE is a very small, comparatively small country, and the government has invested more in the education, more into health care, and I think this is a very good initiative from the United Arab Emirates country. And nature gives us a lot of surprises, and we also in our even though the government has taken the initiative, if you see in India, when you're pregnant, you go to the gynecologist and you do the test in your level. Here, the government is doing on a large scale, and they are able to afford it for all the citizens. And the only thing I feel is that they should not force the couple to. But if a couple who's done this test, even in India or abroad, and if the child has some genetical issues, and to later on to face these issues like every day, it is rather to avoid it and get it what do you call, aborted or something before,
Because
in the right
majorly
time.
in India or any of the countries, जब कोई चीज़ मैंडेटरी किया जाता है ना, तो उसका एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी ना चाहते हुए भी अच्छा हो जाता है. जैसे इंडिया की अगर हम बात करें, जैसे अभी ग्लोबल पॉलिटिकल टर्मोइल जो चल रहा है या जियो पॉलिटिकल जो टेंशन चल रहा है, वहाँ पे जहाँ इंडिया के ऊपर कोई रेस्ट्रिक्शंस होता है, कोई सैंक्शंस होता है, इंडिया प्ले इन अ बेटर एंड बिगर रोल. लेकिन जब तक आपके पास वो रेस्ट्रिक्शन और सैंक्शंस नहीं है, तब तक आप ऐसे ही बैठे हो.
Correct.
So sometimes certain restrictions or certain norms which is mandatory for your betterment, maybe today you are not understanding, tomorrow you can understand it better.
I
It
really,
play better.
Indranilji, I really understood. Right now, people to people, person to person who are able to afford, and they are going to the doctor and getting it checked. But I think this will happen in future, in due course, everywhere. We are developing leaps and bounds in all the sectors, health sector, everywhere. So maybe in years to come, India will also have that mandatory test before you are before the marriage. After the marriage, when you're going to get a baby, this test should be mandatory. That's what I feel.
Now my final sets of questions.
Okay.
I have one query that in India, healthcare and education, that is come the last. जब भी
Yes.
हम वेलफेयर की बात करते हैं, बाकी सब कुछ हम बात कर लेते हैं, लेकिन हेल्थ केयर की और एजुकेशन की अगर हम बात करें, ये हम धीरे धीरे करके और पीछे होते जा रहे हैं नॉर्मली. और हिंदुस्तान में क्वालिटी हेल्थ केयर की जो पेनिट्रेशन लेवल है,
Yes.
वो बहुत डिफ़िकल्ट है और वो बहुत ना के बराबर है. अगर आप टायर 1 सिटीज़ को छोड़ दें, टायर 2 सिटीज़ में अभी आफ्टर 75 ईयर्स ऑफ द इंडिपेंडेंस वी स्टार्टेड हैविंग गुड हॉस्पिटल्स और बेटर हॉस्पिटल्स और ब्रांडेड हॉस्पिटल्स रादर, जहाँ पे ये सारे फैसिलिटीज़ हैं. ऐसे सिचुएशन में जब हम टायर 2 तक भी कंप्लीटली पहुँच नहीं पाए, तब ये गांव-गांव में इस अवेयरनेस को कैसे पहुँचाए, जहाँ पे लोगों को अफोर्डेबिलिटी तो छोड़ दीजिए, उनको ये आइडिया ही नहीं है कि ऐसा भी कुछ होता है जिसके वजह से हमारा आगे की ज़िंदगी अच्छा हो सकता है.
See, village people, tier 2, tier 3 cities, the awareness nowadays are very, very good, because the social media has taken everything to the even in the Siachen Valley where our soldiers are protecting our country. So this is going everywhere, and people in village are also nowadays are affordable. They are doing good. They're good in their own agricultural income and all those things. But it is the mindset. People will have lakhs of money, but still they will not do this test.
True.
So it is not about the remote place where you stay. It is not the you are staying in the city. It is only your mindset, and you are able to afford, but still you have to spend on your health. That is the most important thing. I feel so. Mindset.
How much these tests are approachable? Means if I want to do in a city like Mumbai, maybe I'll be finding multiple options.
Yes.
But how these options are available in other cities and smaller cities? How do you see that?
See, we are covering entire Kashmir to Kanyakumari. We come to your doorstep and take your blood sample.
Okay.
But if your place is very, very remote, then we can send you the DNA saliva kit. So where you can send your DNA sample, saliva sample, and we take it back, free courier service, and then we can do it. The result is almost same, with blood sample and the saliva sample, the 100% same result.
So how your company think and working in terms of penetrating India in a better manner? आप लोगों का क्या रोड मैप है? कैसे आप लोग हिंदुस्तान के हर कोने में अपना सर्विसेज पहुंचाना चाहते हैं, ताकि अगर किसी को ये अवेयरनेस है या किसी को ये अफोर्डेबिलिटी है या कि ये करना चाहता है तो आप तक पहुंच सके?
हम लोग पहले मेट्रो सिटीज़ में करते थे. अभी पूरा इंडिया में हमारा सैंपल्स कलेक्शन सेंटर्स है. तो
ये सैंपल कलेक्शन सेंटर आप लोगों के इंडिविजुअल्स होते हैं या जो नॉर्मल हेल्थ चेकअप के लिए जो सेंटर्स होते हैं?
पूरा इंडिया में एक डायग्नोस्टिक के साथ टाई अप है.
Okay.
तो वो हर एक सिटी में, हर एक टायर 2 टायर 3 सिटीज़ में है. तो उनको फ्लेबोटोमिस्ट बोलते हैं. जो ब्लड सैंपल कलेक्शन करते हैं ना, उनको फ्लेबोटोमिस्ट. वो फ्लेबो आपके घर पे ही आती है, आपका ब्लड सैंपल लेता है, और द ब्लड सैंपल इज completely sealed in a cool pack, and it comes to us, and then we send to the lab for the genome sequencing.
अब मुझे थोड़ा सा ये प्रोसेस के बारे में थोड़ा सा डीपली समझना है.
ओके.
कि जैसे मैं किसी रिमोट जगह पे बैठा हूँ.
हाँ.
कोई भी, अब बिहार में ले लीजिए, अभी वहाँ पे चुनाव का बहुत चल रहा है.
ठीक है.
तो बिहार में किसी एक पूर्णिया में मैं बैठा हूँ, वहाँ पे मुझे ये टेस्ट करना है. मुझे मालूम पड़ा सोशल मीडिया से, और मुझे ये टेस्ट करना है. तो सबसे पहले मेरे वहाँ पे अगर आपके ये जो सर्विस प्रोवाइडर हैं, अगर वो है, तो मैं या तो उनको कांटेक्ट करूंगा या वो मुझे कांटेक्ट करेंगे?
नहीं, आप मेरे को कांटेक्ट करेंगे ना. एक हम गूगल फॉर्म शेयर करूंगी मैं.
ओके.
उसमें जो आप बिहार में रहते हैं ना, वो सेम पिन कोड उसमें है. तो हम लोग जो टेक्नीशियन आएगा आपके घर पे, अगर वो पिन कोड में आपके घर सर्विसेज नहीं है, तो फिर हम लोग सैलेवा किट कुरियर कर सकते हैं.
अच्छा, मतलब अगर वहाँ पे सर्विसेज हैं तो आप, मतलब कांटेक्ट आपके पास आया कि मुझे ये टेस्ट करना है, और मैंने फिर ये क्वेश्चनर फिल किया कि मैं ये पूर्णिया में रहता हूँ, मेरा ये प्रॉब्लम है या जो भी है, मैं ये करना चाहता हूँ. तो आप मुंबई से अपने हेड ऑफिस से ये ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे कि आपके पास कौन आएगा सैंपल कलेक्ट करने के लिए.
यस.
तो वो बंदा शेड्यूल टाइम पे आपके पास आएगा सैंपल कलेक्ट करने के लिए, एंड दैट पर्सन विल टेक योर ब्लड सैंपल. हाउ मच ml और दे टेक फॉर दिस?
इट्स 3 to 5 ml ओनली.
3 to 5 ml ब्लड सैंपल. तो ये
ब्लड
ब्लड सैंपल उनके घर पे कलेक्ट किया जाता है. उसमें कोई ऐसा है कि आपको फास्टिंग में करना है या कभी भी कर सकते हो?
नो, DNA will never change, even you fast or you feast,
कभी भी किया जा सकता है. ओके. सो आपके घर से वो सैंपल कलेक्ट करके फिर वो अपने लैब पे लेके जाते हैं. वहाँ पे उस ब्लड सैंपल के साथ वो लोग कुछ करते हैं, उसको सीरम में कन्वर्ट करते हैं या एज इट इज उसको रखते हैं?
नहीं, सैंपल कलेक्ट करने के बाद उसको अच्छा सा पैक करके, कूल पैक करके, सैंपल कम्स टू अवर हेड ऑफिस.
तो वहाँ से सैंपल को आपके मुंबई में भेजा जाता है?
यस.
नाउ पूर्णिया टू मुंबई आते हुए ये 3 दिन लग गया?
नहीं, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर पैकिंग इट इन अ.
नो, आई एम नॉट डाउटिंग ऑन दैट पैकिंग ऑन.
यस.
आई एम जस्ट आस्किंग अबाउट द टाइमलाइन. सो आज सैंपल कलेक्ट हुआ मेरे यहाँ पे पूर्णिया में, बिहार में. वहाँ से मुंबई में वो सैंपल कलेक्ट करने के बाद उसी दिन वो भेज देते होंगे कुरियर से?
यस. So it takes 2 days mostly. Anywhere in India we get it by 1 or 2 days.
2 days.
And we then send it to the lab and we do the genome sequencing.
उसके लिए कितना टाइम लगता है?
तो जीनोम सीक्वेंसिंग बॉडी में 30,000 जीन्स है. पूरा स्टडी करने में तो माइक्रो एरे मेथड वी यूज द मेथड, द लैब पीपल यूज इट. इट टेक्स 4 weeks टाइम. 4 weeks to get your
मोटा
report.
मैं मान लेता हूँ 1 महीना.
1 महीना लगता है.
तो आपके पास 2 दिन बाद आपके पास सैंपल आया, देन यू सेंड इट टू योर लैब. वहाँ पे 1 महीना टाइम लगा.
Correct.
उसके बाद वो रिपोर्ट जनरेट होके वापस आपके पास आया.
Yes, yes.
एंड देन यू विल सेंड दिस रिपोर्ट थ्रू कोरियर टू देम और थ्रू ऑनलाइन, वॉट एवर इट इज.
We share it soft copy, and when they are out of station, we do the online consultation. And we are in the same city, we schedule and we give the offline consultation.
मोटा मैं मान लेता हूँ कि ब्लड सैंपल देने के बाद अराउंड 32 to 35 डेज लगता है.
Yes, yes.
बेयर मिनिमम आपको ये रिपोर्ट
Yes, it's a very nice time to wait. You will get more perspective about your body, and it's a lifetime. You will run a marathon race with your report.
सो ये कितना चैलेंजिंग होता है जब कोई मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट के साथ ये चल रहा है और वहाँ पे ये टेस्ट का ज़रूरत पड़ता है. जैसे मान लीजिए किसी का इलनेस है, उस समय ये टेस्ट किसी ने सजेस्ट किया.
करेक्ट.
जहाँ पे आपके पास टाइम ऑलरेडी कम है, आपको ट्रीटमेंट को जल्दी करना है, अदरवाइज देयर विल बी मोर हैज़ार्डस थिंग्स कैन हैपन.
Yes, yes.
वहाँ पे आप 35 दिन का टाइम लेंगे. वहाँ पे ये टाइमलाइन कितना फैक्टर है?
Mostly we have very less cases like that, and but it's मतलब 1 महीना ही वेट करना है. मतलब इतना वेरी वेरी इमरजेंसी केस में तो अभी तक कोई सैंपल नहीं दिया हमको. तो दे आर हॉस्पिटलाइज्ड, हार्ट इश्यूज़ है, रीनल इश्यूज़ है, फिर ऑटो इम्यून कंडीशंस है. फॉर एनी अदर थिंग द डॉक्टर देन से यू टेक अ DNA ओपिनियन ऑल्सो, देन इट कम्स. तो 1 महीने तो वेट करते हैं. तो वेरी एन केस कंडीशंस दे डोंट सेंड.
क्या पॉसिबिलिटीज़ है कोई इमरजेंसी केसेस में ये 1 महीने का टाइम को थोड़ा सा कम करने का भी?
We can at least take it for 3 weeks, not less than that.
Okay.
It takes time.
So at least 20-25
turnaround
days
time
तो लगना
is
ही है.
more, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now my question is to you that you were doing this for last 10 years almost.
Yes,
and,
yes.
and continuing doing this. What is your vision for next 5 to 6 years? That how you want to expand yourself and how you want to educate maximum number of people so that they can understand the requirement and need of it so that they can reach to you?
See, Indian government is doing very well. This test, it's one of the part of our health prevention, to have a very good health. So spending lakhs and lakhs of rupees in hospitals, our government is having a lot of Pradhan Mantri Yojana bhi is there. He is giving insurance or whatever. So they are spending so much. People are not well, and every citizen is getting covered. You're rich, you're poor. Prime Minister is PMO office is doing very well in this front. So my view is that why should we spend in the hospitals? Before that only you prevent. So in that case, this test will help. So I want to reach at least by 2028, at least to 10 million Indians, so that they do this test, and exchequer, our government's expenditure is burden is less. That's what.
Do you have any hope from the government of any particular state or any particular central government? Do you have any hope that they can help you out in this?
We are always open for this, and government is there for helping the citizens rather than giving complications to the
But there
citizen.
वही कहा जाता है ना कि ये पंचवर्ष की योजना में बदल जाएगा. So जो आज आप सोच रहे हैं ज़रूरत है, वो 5 साल बाद ये लोग सोचेंगे तो फिर कैसे होगा काम? That is the reason after 75 years of the independence maybe we are sitting into this position.
I think we can reach to many people, and this also goes to the PMO or the Chief Minister Fadnavis or anybody. With this interview, I feel.
Have you ever approached anybody from the government of any state that I want to talk about it and I want to give a proposal on this? Have you ever tried for that as well?
I'm very honest. Till now, I'm not. I thought, let me reach out to more people and let them be healthy. And this keeps everything is getting viral, and this will also. And that is what many people. It's not only me. Many other individuals, many other nutrigenomic experts, many nutrigenomic companies are there in India. They are also doing very well, and they are reaching out to people, and people are becoming more health conscious and healthier day by day. Yeah, that's what.
So who do you think in India, like mothers, they are more caring for their kids and all. So when they want to understand about their kids life, they are more concerned. ऐसा कहा जाता है, ऐसा मैं नहीं मानता हूँ. Fathers are equally responsible and equally they are concerned, but ऐसा कहा जाता है कि mothers are more towards their kids.
Yes.
So what is your perspective on that, that you should educate those females first or the mothers first, so that they should float in the right direction? Because if a mother understands the requirements, the 2-1 kids will be there, and then this flow will be continuing, and that will give you a better reach to maximum number of Indian population who actually require this kind of tests to live a healthy life.
Yes, there's a saying that if you educate a mother, your full family is educated or become knowledgeable.
Yes.
So charity starts from home, and the mother is the backbone of the house. If we educate, I think keep educating, having some seminars, or through the ladies network, we can reach out to more. And the mother is more, as you said, she's genuinely more. Father and mother both are genuinely concerned about the kid, but more than that, mother, because they are taking care of the kid in every aspect of their right, in education, teaching them, feeding them. So I think we should reach out to the mother, and that's what in a small way we are doing. And this interview, I think many mothers might be listening, and I request them through your medium, let them all do this for the kids and for themselves, so India will be the most healthiest nation in the world. Yeah.
And my final question to you, which I don't like to, but please, still I am asking you, that if there is any special child,
Okay.
that already born, so how this kind of test can create any difference in future or any further? Is there any scope of getting any change? Because there are a lot of cases nowadays which is day by day increasing, like autism cases are increasing, and we are giving statistics where the numbers are rising day on day. So if anyone missed that test premarital, and after the childbirth, if I do the test with any of the kids, is there any scope to change the life of that child in a better way?
इसमें बहुत अच्छा स्कोप है, क्योंकि हमको इट्स अ लाइफ टाइम चैलेंज टू टेक केयर ऑफ द चाइल्ड.
Yes.
And every day is a new challenge, but to know the physiology of the child, to know whether it can have the intolerances, like I told about the lactose, gluten, caffeine, the vitamins which are deficient. So those vitamins, if we give in them in a proper they'll not get irritated, and they will not have the loose motions, what the challenges they have in the lactose intolerance and other things. I told you the autoimmune conditions getting triggered. Already there is a challenge to take care of these kids, and if any autoimmune condition gets triggered or any other health issues creep up, we can avoid those things. In that front, this DNA test or the nutrigenomic test is very helpful. Even this is helpful for the we have done this for the sports people like cricketers, Olympians, because we have a very good fitness also in that covered. Which are the injuries you might be prone, and how is your oxygen capacity, whether your body is for long distance running or for a power activity. So it's a one test with so many multiple benefits for yourself and your body. Yeah.
So thank you very much for giving us your time and for this insightful conversation. I guess me and the people who will be listening to it, they will be getting a lot of informations and how they should lead the life how is the importance of these kind of tests. And thank you very much for sharing your ideas on this.
Thank you so much, Indranil ji. It's been a nice platform to come, and I think thousands and lakhs of Indians will be watching this interview, and they will get more knowledge about DNA testing or nutrigenomics, whatever. And healthy India's will become superpower when we become more healthier. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much
so
for your
much.
time. Thank you. So this was the podcast with Rajlaxmi Vishwanathan. I hope what is the meaning of DNA test and how much a DNA test or genomic test at the right age can help your child and can help yourself to maintain a healthy life throughout. So thank you very much for watching this podcast till the end. And again, I would like to request you to please subscribe this channel, The Spotlight Beyond Profession, to get all the updates from our end. And also subscribe our other channel, TSBP News, where we cover business news Monday to Friday. So thank you very much for watching the podcast and signing it off.